Without much ado, you mentioned that Shri Amitabh Kant, CEO Niti Aayog, had a privilege to be in Mitsui, Delhi a few years back, and it's our singular honor and pleasure to invite on stage Shri Amitabh Kant today, who will address us. But before he does that, a very short profiling of him, which is official, is that he has been the CEO of the National Institution of Transforming India, and it's from the 1980 batch of the IAS. In his esteemed and quite enviable career, he has been shaping the sectors to involve tourism, aviation, rural India by having a relationship with the UNDP, and many much more he has done to campaign for public-private partnerships and positioning and branding India in the last few years with niche slogans of Atmanirbhar Bharat, and also driving the industry to a large degree with the assistance and vision of the Honorable Prime Minister, which he has been able to carry for the longest time today. He has been a very distinguished person and been on a lot of companies and boards as well. And he comes to us with a lot of experience. And singularly today, it's our privilege to have him with us is because India has announced very big ticket projects in the years to come, whether it be the biofuel sector, sustainable aviation fuels, or to revive the economy in the rural sector through the vision of the Honorable Prime Minister, which is Annadata se Urja Data. So without much ado, may I request you, sir, Mr. Amitabh Kant, CEO of Niti Aayog, to address this and try and tell us of your vision, how we're going to shape a bond between Japan and India with the stated mission of blue skies, and also as we endeavor to abide by the COP21 norms, which we both have been signatories to. Over to Mr. Amitabh Kant.
Dear all the team members from Mitsui and PRESPL, Namaskar and Konnichiwa. I am truly delighted to witness this historic event of the signing ceremony for a strategic alliance between the Mitsui and PRESPL. At the very outset, let me compliment Lieutenant Colonel Manish Ahuja for his unique and human service in the biomass-based bioenergy sector in India for more than a decade, and Mitsui India Country Chairman Mr. Masaharu Okubu-san for continuing to play a very critical and major role in India's remarkable renewable growth story. I've been a long-term associate and friend of Mitsui, and they have always done remarkable work in India. Insofar as India is concerned, the seeds of today's trailblazing event for the bioenergy sector was sown in the 21st conference in Paris in November 2015. And ever since, a sort of disruption has been witnessed in the renewable energy sector. The government of India is committed to a very high growth trajectory of what was once at 175 gigawatt, and now capacity has been enhanced to 450 gigawatt, and we have achieved record low prices of Indian rupee 1.99, about 2.7 cents per kilowatt hour. We expect this price to further fall in the coming years. The IEA predicts that the growth in India's demand for energy will outpace any other nation until at least 2040. India, being the third largest energy consumer, has, as I said, set very, very ambitious targets: 175 gigawatts by 2022 and 450 gigawatt by 2030, putting India at the forefront of the global energy transition. 1,000 plus gigawatt is the total renewable energy potential in India. Installed renewable energy capacity as of March 2021 is 94.3 gigawatt. India's Ministry of New and Renewable Energy has set a national target to achieve 10 gigawatt of installed biomass power by 2022. The country currently has 5 plus gigawatt capacity of biomass powered plants, while 83% are grid connected, while the remaining 17% are off-grid plants. I would like to emphasize that to meet this energy demand and achieving the renewable energy targets, we will require a fundamental transition in India's means of energy production. Increasing renewable energy usage across all economic spheres is central to India's energy transition. In March this year, our Honorable Prime Minister Shri Narendra Modi ji said that the country is on track to achieving its climate goal well before the target date as it switches over to energy efficient mediums and uses waste to generate energy. Our Prime Minister further revealed that while the target of mixing 20% ethanol has been advanced to 2025, additional 5,000 compressed biogas plants will be set up to turn municipal and agriculture waste into energy. Further, as quoted in the Honorable Finance Minister's budget speech, our Honorable Prime Minister, while speaking at the 3rd Renewable Energy Invest Conference in November 2020, had announced plans to launch a comprehensive national hydrogen energy mission and proposed to launch a hydrogen energy mission in 21-22 this year, for which a lot of work has been done. And our objective is that we should generate hydrogen from green power resources, from solar energy and biomass. Bioenergy has emerged as one of the most pertinent sources of energy in these unprecedented, challenging times and is the perfect replacement to all forms of fossil fuels, including coal, furnace oil, LDO, natural gas, etc. Biomass products like briquettes are estimated to contribute almost 80% to the rural economy, besides being one of the most flexible forms of energy, with multiple applications while reducing the carbon footprint. Bioenergy is generated from the agriculture residues that currently have no economic value for the farmers, and they therefore end up burning the post-harvest plant in open field. Bioenergy companies like PRESPL, which produce briquettes, pellets, provide steam energy, etc., will also venture into supply chains for compressed biogas, CBG and ethanol, etc., and in actuality consume larger quantum of biomass as their primary source of raw material, whereby the farmers will receive a substantial value for their agriculture residue and also contribute to the circular economy. Such a transition would result in over 50 to 60% of the energy cost being transferred or infused back to the local rural economy in the form of rural entrepreneurship, jobs and asset creation. PRESPL is already leading the pack in covering the entire value chain from farm to factory in the appropriate industrial spaces, and I am extremely sanguine that they will make larger forays into the biofuels domain, including sustainable aviation fuel. It is pertinent to mention here that biomass supply chain management industries like PRESPL work 24 hours and continue to do so during the entire corona period, ensuring that the sector and the farmers in general continue with the normal activity. The government of India has also been considering the environmental problems on the rise of India and has promoted the Clean India mission. And the Embassy of India in particular has proactively launched Japan's Blue Sky initiatives to promote cooperation in controlling India's air pollution by making full use of Japanese knowledge and technology. The Embassy of Japan further expanded their effort under these initiatives in cooperation with Japanese companies and organizations. India has been ranked as one of the most attractive investment destinations in recent years in the survey of Japanese manufacturing companies conducted by JBIC at either first or second place. Japan has invested $3225.7 million into India last year, and India ranks 3rd in renewable energy country attractive index in 21. As per a recent study sponsored by MNRE, the current availability of biomass in India is estimated at about 750 million metric tons per year. The study indicated estimated surplus biomass availability at about 230 million tons per annum, covering agricultural residues corresponding to a potential of about 28 gigawatt. This apart, about 14 gigawatt additional power could be generated through bagasse-based cogeneration in the country's 550 sugar mills. If these sugar mills were to adapt technologically and economically optimal level of cogeneration for extracting power from the bagasse produced by them. It would also mitigate pollution related issues by about 18 to 20%. Bioenergy is a decentralized energy option whose implementation presents positive impacts on rural development by creating business and employment opportunities. Jobs are created all along the bioenergy chain, from biomass production or procurement to its transport, conversion, distribution, and marketing. Bioenergy appears as the most labor-intensive sector among renewables. The jobs created range from manual ones to specialized engineering and administration positions. Through liquid biofuels, bioenergy can also offer agriculture an opportunity to diversify its market outcomes. Biomass employs 16.24 persons for constructing and running a 1 megawatt plant. Biomass energy will be the major driver of employment, with up to 2 million employment by 2050. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm truly delighted that this great collaboration is being worked out, because Mitsui and Company Limited, besides providing a source of energy supply with conventional fossil fuels, its strategic implications also include expanding and accelerating initiatives in the energy solutions field, centered on next generation fuels and renewable energy generation as a growth domain. They are also engaged in operations that help reduce the impact of greenhouse gases while creating unique value-added fuels. An example of a project where Mitsui has taken a leading role in the development of wood biomass power generation as a distributed local power source is in Hokkaido, with new biomass power plants having begun operation in Tomakomai in 2017 and in Shimokawa in 2019, and construction of a further plant begun in Tobetsu in May 2020. The budget of 21-22 has given provision for renewable energy sector, under which the production linked incentive and the National Hydrogen Energy Mission was highlighted. With an aim to providing single window access to the energy data for the country, Niti Aayog has launched the India Energy Dashboard. It gives me immense pleasure that these two diverse companies aligning and dedicating themselves towards boosting the renewable energy sector in India. And I am truly delighted that they will take this engagement to a new level in years to come. With this signing ceremony being a harbinger for a green energy revolution in India, keeping in mind the aspiration of a visionary and our Prime Minister's call for a better and self-reliant India, under the ambit of Atmanirbhar Bharat, Swachh Bharat Mission, Make in India, and the stated vision for Annadata se Urja Data. This symbiotic collaboration between Mitsui and Company and PRESPL India will lay an edifice of rural prosperity and a strong foundation to fulfill all mutually benefiting objectives and dreams of billion plus in the future. This will also be a beacon for future India-Japan engagement in not merely the energy sector, but in a vast range of development sectors. I wish both Mitsui and PRESPL all success and a great future in the coming days. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen.
Thank you very much, sir, for that re-energizing the renewable energy sector, if I may put it across this morning. And it has been a privilege for all of us as guests today, and also for Mitsui and PRESPL to be able to understand and learn firsthand from you what are the objectives and the vision set out in the biomass-based bioenergy sector by the Government of India, because you are the key shaper of this particular domain as well. I would like to put on record a big thank you from all of us for Mr. Amitabh Kant to have joined us this afternoon amidst his rather busy schedule, if I may say. And with 5th of August approaching tomorrow, I don't know what he's going to plan for the government ahead to do. But he is one man who speaks his mind, who speaks actually and puts his heart into what he says, and he means it. So we just have a very big hope from you, sir, to be able to shape this sector with your guidance and your panache, and let's take it ahead from here. So thank you very much, sir, for joining us today.